Dear students, welcome to my channel. Topic of this video is Introduction to Statistics under Quantitative Analysis. This video has 5 parts. Already I have made the video on first 2 parts, that is part 1 and part 2. In this video I am going to explain the statistical data tabulation with examples. Let us start. Tabulation. A table is symmetrical set of rows and columns that contain statistical data. A statistical table is logical listing of numerical data in columns and rows with sufficient statements. Role of tabulation. It simplifies the complex data, facilitates the comparison, give identity to the data and reveals the pattern. Types of table. There are 2 categories are there, simple and complex table. Second is general purpose and special purpose table. Components of table. The various components of table may vary case to case depending upon the given data. However, a good table must contain at least the following components. Even we created the table online or offline. So the points are table number, table heading, caption, stub, body of the table, head note and footnote. Let us start with the simple and complex table. The simple and complex table can be differentiated on the basis of number of characteristics or feature presented and studied. If the data based on one characteristics is presented, then the table is known as simple table or one-way table. In complex table, 2 or more characteristics are presented. The complex table are frequently used in practice because they facilitate to incorporate full information and proper consideration of all related facts. If the data are tabulated on the basis of only 2 characteristics, then the table is known as two-way table. If 3 characteristics are arranged in a table, then the table is known as treble table. When 4 or more characteristics are simultaneously presented, it is known as manifold tabulation. Now let us see the example of one-way table. Distribution of marks obtained by 100 students in statistics. Now here the table has 2 columns, that is, one is marks range and second is the number of students that comes under that particular range. Now here only one feature is present, that is nothing but the marks interval category. So that's why it is a one-way table. Take the example of two-way table. The two-way table shows 2 characteristics. It is formed when either the stub or the caption or both divided into 2 categories. Now here 2 features are present. First is mark interval and second is gender. Now here in previous table it is mentioned either male or female the marks are given, but now here they are categorized. So one feature is marks interval and second is gender, and here we are not showing the mark interval, we are just showing the gender. Higher order table. When 3 or more characteristics are presented in the table, such table is called higher order table. The need for such table arises when we are interested in presenting 3 or more characteristics simultaneously. It should be remembered that as the number of characteristics increases, the table becomes more and more conducive because lot of condensation takes place because more features are present. It is advised normally not more than 4 characteristics should be presented in the same table. When more than 4 characteristics are to be presented, we should form more than one table depicting relationship between different attributes. Now see the example of three-way table. Now here the number of employees of central banks we require to classify based on the age groups, gender and ranks. Now here we can see that this age groups comes, this is the one feature, that is the age category. Second is nothing but the rank. The rank may be officer, assistant and clerk, and the third feature is gender. So we require to make this mark. So generally what we do, whatever at top level, we always take that the aspect which is in higher in number. So for example, we generally consider first office assistant clerk category, and in that we are considering the male, female and total. Now here if we see this hierarchy, you can easily get that rank, and under rank officer, assistant and clerks are there, and again officers male, female are there, assistant male, female, clerk male and female, and at last in male again below 25, this is not shown, but this is nothing but under male category you are again storing the data for this different age group. So three features are used: age category, rank and gender. Now here total, it's all depend on you how you want to present the table. So here under the officer category total is shown, under the assistant total is shown, and under the clerk total is shown, so that we get all the idea of that particular numbers. If we want to skip, we can skip also. And here this final total is nothing but the male, female and total. So this is nothing but our requirement, that how many columns we require to keep into the table. This table is three-way table because three features are used. First is age group, second is rank, and after that the gender category. Now see the next example, four-way table or manifold. Now here we can see that initially it is the one feature is nothing but the age group. So age group, age category is there. Second feature is breathless. In breathless again yes or no option is there. In yes again cuff, no cuff, and again in cuff yes no, yes no. So here first age category is there, then breathless. Breathless again there is a cuff, and in cuff again yes or no category is there. So if we see the hierarchy, you can easily get the detail. Breathless, yes or no. In yes cuff, cuff, and in cuff again yes no, yes no. So this is nothing but the four-way table. Now we will see more example on the four-way table. Now this is again the example of three-way table. Create a table for the distribution of population based on gender, age and literacy. Now here three features are there. Age again category is there. Age, then gender, male and female, and literacy, literate and illiterate. This is again the table with the three features. Here literacy, under literacy, literate and illiterate, and again in literate male female are there, and in that male female again that age category is there. But it is not possible for me to show that complete diagram, that's why I skip the last age category. Now here this is the first feature, that is age category. Second is nothing but the literacy, and under literacy two options, and in between their male and females are coming. Again total is depend on you whether you want to keep this or skip the total column. Now this is again the four-way table. Draft a bank table to show the distribution of personnel in manufacturing firm according to male and female. This is the first feature. Then three grades of salary. Second feature, two periods and three age groups, that is below 25, 25 and under 40, 40 and above. Features are age category, two periods, three grades of salary and gender. Now here the periods we will take. So that's why we always take at the top of the hierarchy the portion in which the lot of data comes into that particular category. So for example, periods 2010 and 2011, I have shown the diagram only for the 2010. Same will be repeated for the 2011. Now in 2010 I will make three options, that is below 10k, 10k to 20k and 20k and above, and below 10k again male and female are there. So now this is one feature, this is another feature, third feature, and fourth is nothing but our age category, which is always present below the male and female. So this is nothing but the manifold or four-way table. Now see this diagram. Here it is not compulsory that we should draw the particular that diagram in a particular way. It's all depend on us how we want to present the data. Now see these two diagrams or two tables for the same problem. So here age feature or age category features comes here. After that periods, in periods 2010 and 2011, and again in 2010 these three category, and within this again male female are there. Now here for 2010 I have not taken the total, but you can keep the total for 2010 also, you can keep the total for 2011 also, and final total of 2010 and 11. But because of the space problem I have not taken this total option after the 2010, that is in the 2010 category. Now here you can make the table like simplify, that is here this is age category, and before age you can keep that periods 2010 and 11, and here you can keep below 10k, 10k, 10k to 20k, about 20k, and then in that male, female and total. So this is the one feature, second feature, third feature and fourth feature. So in this way you can represent the features. Now you will get easily idea that four characteristics are to be shown, represent using the table. Now the characteristics given are locality, that is urban or rural, religion, Hindus or non-Hindus, gender male and female, age 0 to 30, 30 to 60 and over. Now here we require to consider the top of the hierarchy, that is contains most of the data. So if we consider the religion, under religion Hindus and non-Hindus, Hindus may be living in the urban or rural area, and again urban male female, rural also male female, but it is not possible for me to show that, so I have just explore the one branch of the tree. Now here you can make again two table. This is the age group, one feature comes, this Hindus and non-Hindus, second feature comes, urban rural total, third feature comes, and again that male female. Or you can do this age category, Hindus non-Hindus, and here urban and male female. So here I include the male female total, even you skip, that is also okay. So this is nothing but all depend on you how you want to present the information into the table. Now let us see the next problem. In a trip organized by college, there were 80 people, each of whom paid rupees 15.50 on an average. There were 60 students, each of whom paid rupees 16. Members of teaching staff were charged at higher rate. The number of non-teaching all males was 6 and they were not charged anything. The number of ladies were 20% of the total and there was only one lady staff member. Tabulate this information. So first, before plotting the table, you can easily calculate the things which is given in the table. For example, the total amount paid is 80 people are there and on an average they are paying 15.50. So total amount is 15.50 into 80, 1240. But when this amount is paid, in which student and the staff member also involved, and staff member paid more than the students, so this is nothing but the average which is paid by the all 80 people. Now amount paid by the students is 16 into 60, 960. 60 students are there and each student paid the 60 rupees, so it is 960. Non-teaching staff is 06 but they didn't pay anything. Number of ladies are 20% of the total staff. Total are 80 and 20% of 80 is equal to 16. Therefore lady staff member is 1, it is given. Therefore 16 minus 1 is 15, so girls are 15. When girls are 15, total students are 16, so boys become 45. Remaining amount is 1240 minus 960 is equal to 280. Non-teaching paid 0 rupees. Therefore remaining teaching staff is equal to 1 female and 13 male, which is equal to 14, and 14 people paid the 280 rupees, so 20 rupees each. So on an average everyone paid 15.50, but the amount paid by student is 60 rupees and the amount paid by teaching staff is 20 rupees. Now you can represent this in the table, that is student, teaching, non-teaching total, then gender male female, this is nothing but the total, then contribution rate, and this is nothing but the contribution amount. So first you require to understand the problem, then at the same time you can maintain the table, and based on that table you can fill the values in the rows and column respectively. Now here this is the simple example, it is a two-way table, the category is given and the gender is given, so it is an example of two-way table. Now the next example, in a sample study of about coffee habit in 2 towns, the following observation was received. Represent the above data in tabular form. So here as it is given in percentage, so you consider the total percentage as 100 and after that you can solve the problem. Now here there are two categories are there, coffee drinker and non-coffee drinker, and male and female. Again it is a two-way table because one category is coffee non-coffee and second is male and female. Now this is given for town X and town Y. So for example I will explain for the town X and same will be repeat for the town Y. So whatever that indicated by red color, they are the calculated fields, and whatever this black, they are already given as a information. So total 100 I have put here. Now 52% were males, so male total is 52. 25% were coffee drinker, so 25. So once you know this information, you can calculate the remaining information. 16 were the male coffee drinkers, So when we know the 52 and 16, we can calculate this field. So 36 get calculated. When we know the 25 and 16, we can calculate the 9. Then in this way we can calculate all the table information. So same applied for the town Y. So you try with this example and just put the values that you know, and last is nothing but total is 100, and based on that you calculate the answer. Next is general purpose or reference table and special purpose or summary table. Now we will see first general purpose or reference table or repository table. Generic tables include a compilation of specific data that is all relevant to the topic or theme. Such table principal objective is to compile all the facts on certain issues into one convenient location. They are typically included in report annex. The table has no specific significance because it is used in various ways by different people. It is typically provided on the back of reports, circulars, organization website, for instance, a government agency census report. Now, when we say the government agency census report, it is nothing but the not sample, it is entire population. So it is nothing but the enumeration all the information. So such reports are used by the different people for the different purposes. So that's why it is called general purpose reference table or repository table. Even the large organization have that their variety types of reports are there, so they are also storing that reports on the organization website. So other organization or other agency can take these reports and make the news or make any particular decision. So that is called general purpose reference table or repository table. Second is special purpose or summary table. Summary tables are designed with specific purpose in mind, such as containing the data pertinent to a particular subject. They are typically embedded within the text or smaller than the regular tables and highlight the particular features of the data. Since the summary tables are produced from the general table, they are also known as derivative table. For example, government census data is very huge and contains lot of columns. So the particular government sectors can take the particular columns and they can make their planning. So that's why they are called as a derivative tables, because the original table is a government census table. The summary table data is intended for analysis and inference at a lower level. These tables also known as interpretive tables. They serve the function that was intended for them by that specific organization. Now for example, see the example. For planning purpose, census data is disaggregated to the most basic geographic levels. For any strategic plan, a summary table is prepared depending on variables like population, age, housing and income statistics from our census report. The amount of brain drain since 1990. The table shows how many Indian graduates have settled outside of India, how many are studying the overseas. That table is called what? Summary table, which will give the idea of the brain drain in India since 1990. This table serves as a summary table. Report on fatalities by the transport division with categories like two-wheeler accident, four-wheeler accident, etc. Now these are the additional exercises are given. So this is the first exercise in which different departments with student count. So you require to identify how many features are there. So you require to make a sample data and you have to create the table. Now different department students with count with gender separation. So here two characteristics are given, that is two features are given. One is gender and second is different department categories. Here different department categories, gender and year wise separation is given. So three features are involved, and here there again four features are involved, that is nothing but different department category, gender, year wise separation and batch wise separation. For example, in 2024 batch again FAC, TB are there, so that you require to make. Prepare a table for following data: 3 branches, gender, courses and 2 years. So here you require to again make the table. Present the following data is with the years, whether they are belong to the category of trade union, non-trade union, and under that again you require to make the gender. So you require to identify the number of features, and based on that you can prepare a table. Now this is the same example, that is a coffee drinker and with the different values. So you can also try with this example. So that's all about the tabulation, and in this video I explained a lot of examples on tabulation to get the idea that when number of features are increases, you are going from simple table to complex table, and you have to somewhat visualize how you can put the data into table when more than one or more than, or especially for manifold, how you are going to make that table, and with that all characteristics present in the table in a proper way. So that's all. Thank you.